Hi, welcome back to Botanical Woman. I'm Christine. Today we're going to continue going through my Hoya collection. Before we begin, I just want to show you this leaf that I found over in one of my boxes. Isn't it cool? I just love the yellow and the brown. It's a little bit mushy, but it's still such a super cool leaf and it's really thick. This is the caudata. I love this Hoya. You guys saw me unbox it from Rick, and it has put out a lot of new growth. I think 5 leaves it's grown, and it's pretty happy. I think what I was just talking about, how I got repotted, yeah, it wasn't super happy of that. So this tip is now brown. So it's not a big deal. It's just, you know, it's gonna take it some time to develop a new growth point somewhere along the stem. But I love the leaves. They're like very different from other Hoyas. It feels a little bit like sandpaper. The ridges have this fringe to them. They kind of look like potato chips. And in highlight, this Hoya does get reddish. So it's really cool. I highly recommend this one. So I'm just gonna put this back to maintain the humidity. The next one is Hoya Jennifer. She is a beast. That is the biggest leaf. Look at this leaf. It is like the size of my foot, if not bigger. Like, look at it, it's insane. And it's doing really well. It lives in the box, and these are the 3 new leaves, well, 4 new leaves coming out. It grew, basically came with the bottom 3 leaves, and then it grew out this new shoot, so all the way through. And it hit the ground running, this one. It didn't take it any time at all to grow. The Jennifer is a cross between the Incrusta and the Thomsonii Hoya. It definitely got the Thomsonii's veinage. And I have not actually seen the Incrusta, so I don't actually know what it looks like. But I'm assuming the leaves are ginormous. I mean, somebody had to have really large leaves, right? You're just not gonna get them by yourself. Something in your DNA. Okay, this is the erythrostemma. It hasn't done much. It has rooted, I know that, because I just potted it in this cocoa bark. Hopefully it'll do something soon. The leaf is getting a little limp, so I keep an eye out on it. See if anything goes south, maybe like take it out and soak it. This is Hoya memoria. I might have showed it to you in the other one. I can't remember, but I have 2 because I like to snip them up. What is going on with these? Not much. They've rooted and now they're living in cocoa bark. It's supposed to be really easy to grow, but I think because I was being greedy and I cut them down to 1 node each, they might not be too happy with me right now, so they're not growing yet. But as I have witnessed that they won't do anything for a long time and then boom, they start growing. And it's fine. You just have to wait. Okay, this one is one of the Hoyas that got lost at sea that I got from Ted. And this is the Hoya wibergiae. This is it. This was the one that got lost at sea for 2 weeks and it has rooted. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but it should be fine. Also just pot it in some cocoa bark mainly. Nice and chunky and draining. Because having it in these boxes, I've learned that using cocoa core, it's just too wet for this environment. So having something more loose with even more airflow like bark is ideal. Okay, the next one is one of my favorites that I also got from Rick. It is the Hoya kanyakumariana. That one's a very long name, but the leaves are super cute. It's been doing really well. It grew out this new stem here, and this one, It started growing this one, but then it died off. So I don't know why it does that. I think could be like I'm not watering it consistently, or watering it too much, or you know, this tip was like leaning against a box for a bit and it rotted. All sorts of things could have happened. I'm not too concerned. It looks healthy. The new leaves are definitely darker than the old ones. Yeah. So that's probably something to do with lighting. It looks really pretty. I highly recommend it. Next is one of my other favorites that I got from a trade. It is the Hoya thomsonii, and it is super fuzzy. It just grew this new stem and these 2 new leaves. It has been taking its sweet time becoming a full adult leaf, and I'm not complaining because I get to look at its pubescence, which is the fuzzy hairs on this leaf, for longer, and admiring it for longer. Yeah, even the stem, I don't know if you can tell the light hitting it, but even the stem is super hairy. It is a hairy Hoya. This is also potted in mostly perlite with some cocoa peat, very little. Yeah, they were suffering for a while because I had them too wet. You learn as you go. You kill a few Hoyas, you figure it out. These are both krohnianas. Yeah, but this one is called the silver because it's more silver. And this one they call eskimo because it's supposed to be like more green and has splotches, but not as much as the silver. And the silver's green is actually a bit lighter. These were both cuttings that have been propagated. They all have roots on them. This guy is actually growing, and it grew a new leaf and a new stem. These have not done anything yet other than grow new roots. But I think also cutting them down to 1 leaf, 1 node has really caused them to be like, I don't know if I'm gonna live or die. They're not dead. As long as they're not soggy, they don't rot, we're good. But I don't know when they're gonna put out new growth. Not for a while, I don't think. Okay, this is the Hoya mindorensis pink. And when I got it, it was already rooted. These are not new, but this is all new growth over here. The stem, these 2 leaves, this leaf, and these down here. This one, this is new. So it grew 1 new stem, 2 new stem, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new leaves in the span of like, I don't know, 2 months? Yeah. So hit the ground running, just like the Hoya jennifier. And I'm pretty sure she bought these plants from Giardino. They sell other plants, but they sell a lot of Hoyas. So a lot of Hoya heads go shopping there. They update their inventory every Thursdays in the afternoon. So if you want to be on top of that website, there's a little tip for you. Oh no, my Hoya serpent, what's going on? Okay, the way it got ripped out a little bit. Go back inside. This is Hoya serpent. I don't know if I like this one more than the Mathilda. The Mathilda is cute, really cute too, but these leaves are just the tiniest. There is another Hoya, I forget the name of it, that I do want to get, but the leaves is actually even smaller than this. Can you imagine? I've been trying to care for it in my environment and it's been okay. Leaves have definitely dropped. I think I might have been keeping it a little too wet. And now that I know that I've been watering it less, and I haven't seen like new leaves yet. Like, I don't know how new, like these are definitely new. Okay, sorry, there's a pair of new leaf right here. And so, yeah, they're coming in just fine and there's no yellowing, so that means they're gonna make it. So that's good. Yeah, so the biggest problem with this plant is like figuring out how much water to give it. It doesn't like to be too wet, but I also know it doesn't like to be too dry, so just finding that balance. But we're getting there. And I obviously have it in this box, which means the humidity is really high and it seems to like it. So you can see here, this is a one node cutting and this leaf rotted. So there it is. So I don't know what's gonna really happen to this guy. Hopefully, maybe it'll do something. But I'm learning that propagating it this way by cutting it down to one node might not be the best thing as far as like its survival. Oh, this Hoya. Sorry, the name of it is brevialata. It's super cute, it's round, the leaves are not as small, but they are kind of tiny and they're very round. They don't have the point, only like a little bit. It's supposed to be really easy to grow, so I'm looking forward to it when it finally does. This was sold to me as Hoya zangii. It is not that plant, I don't think, because I've seen another Hoya with the same name, but it looks completely different than this. And this looks a lot more like the DS70. This was also a rooted cutting from Taylor Greenhouses, and it has not grown that much, which I'm really surprised because I have other DS70s and they've been growing like crazy, so I'm not sure what the dealio is with this one. And there is a hitchhiker in here. This is not a Hoya, this is a Dischidia ovata. Yeah, it was in its own pot and then they were neighbors and then jumped in, so now they live together. Isn't that romantic? They moved in. So there is Hoya kerrii for you, tangled up with some Hoya kanyakumariana. So yes, it decided that it wanted to take root in this pot instead. So it's growing. It's in the pot. It's in the box like this right now. But it's really happy. It has a new leaf coming. And it has a new growth point here and a growth point there. So it's loving it. This one is completely in peat. I should probably take it out and see what's going on. This is a Mathilda. I did show you another Mathilda that I have in the box that I'm propagating, but this one came pretty full and I put this on the trellis. I made a video about the trellis that we made. So if you wanted to know how to do this, you can watch that video. It only recently put out some growth. So there's a new stem here and this stem is becoming more active like this. These leaves up here are new. And there's a new stem coming out here and here. And like it dried up a lot. So all this part is really dead. So it could be, you know, snipped off. This part also dried and died. So it's like really waiting, you know, again, waiting for it to grow at some point. It has a peduncle and it has stayed on, so that's good. So the chances of it reblooming there is going to be high. And yeah, it's been pretty happy. I just have it hanging on the on the shelf and it's exposed. I water it when it's a bit dry. So maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks, depending on. Now I think I can get away with 2 weeks probably. So it's okay to let them be on the drier side. This is my Hoya obovata. These came as one plant. I decided to divide them, and I have to say that even though a lot of people tell me that you know, their obovatas are like their easiest Hoya to grow, I have not found that to be the case. And I think that that's because I might have been keeping it too wet I'm not sure. I'm trying to like figure out what it likes. I think it prefers to be drier. So I've had this for, this was one of my first Hoyas, and it has only grown this leaf, this one, and this one. This is obviously very recent, and this, like, it shot up this new growth and over here in the past month. This one grew 2 new leaves at the bottom, these 2 right here, and that is all it has done. It is not happy, I wouldn't say. I think it might have like tried to put out some new leaves and they just dropped off. Oh no, it was this one. These leaves dropped off. So I'm not sure. I think it's overwatering mainly. I have been thinking about potentially like cutting them down, especially this one. So cutting it and propagating it. So if you want to see a video of me doing that, subscribe, as it might happen as I am getting more impatient with how it's just not doing anything. Although I can't say that. Actually, there's a new stem that's coming out right there. So that's good. But like, this is just so long and I just find them to be so unruly. I know they say you shouldn't cut it, but I really want to. Like, just want to just make them more neat. Yeah, so I don't have them up in a trellis. I just use these glass jars, you know, as their trellis or as their support. That is it for this video. In the next one, we will finish my Hoya collection, I think. Even though I did actually go to a plant swap recently and got 3 more Hoyas. So I don't know what number that's going to put me at. We will find out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below if you have any questions, or you know, if you have a favorite Hoya that you would like to share with me and tell me about that I don't know about yet and maybe I should get it. Love to hear from you. So thank you for watching. Happy growing.